What would you do if a disaster happened in your neighborhood? What would you do to help your neighbor? How would you approach a dangerous situation where people need your help? Who would be there to help you? The West Orange County Regional CERT team invites all interested residents to take part in a very interesting and helpful hands-on training class that will help you be prepared when the big one strikes. Experts agree, in the event of a major catastrophe, natural or otherwise, regional first responder emergency help may be strained, and people may have to help each other before that help arrives. Training in emergency preparedness by qualified emergency management personnel such as the ones you will find in West Orange County CERT will give you the knowledge to help others in the event your assistance may be needed.
The CERT folks are definitely of value to the first responders. Where it becomes probably the most prevalent would be in a major earthquake or something like that that we would experience here in Southern California. A drawdown in the resources from us as a fire authority, that CERT program can come out and actually start doing some of the things that us as fire personnel would be doing at the time of the emergency.
The West County CERT is comprised of 6 cities. We have Cypress, Buena Park, Seal Beach, Westminster, La Palma, and Los Alamitos. Anybody within the region can volunteer at the program. We'll take people who live outside the region, or outside the area as well. We have some people from the city of Long Beach that live close to us that volunteer, and also some Garden Grove. But as far as the regional cities are making up those 6. CERT was started by the LA City Fire Department after the Mexico City earthquake. What they found was a bunch of volunteers came out, we call them now spontaneous unaffiliated volunteers, came out of the woodworks to help out with the disaster. And what they ended up doing was moving a pile of rubble from one side of the street to the other. And because they did this in an uncontrolled fashion, about 100 additional people were injured or killed during that. They brought back and realized there are going to be spontaneous volunteers, and it would be better to train them in disaster response than it would be just to have a bunch of people show up. And that was sort of the start of the CERT program. It is now a national program. Every state has a program, and so it's grown that fast since 1985 to today. We've used CERT volunteers in the last few years, specifically because of the Santiago Canyon fire, which was the 18th fire that started during that time. Orange County Fire Authority was limited in resources. We didn't have state resources coming in, and we needed additional manpower to do non-firefighting activities. CERT was activated for the first time in that capacity in the county, and then we used them again the following year with the Freeway Complex fire in the same sort of roles. We've had over 400 and some odd people trained, and our current volunteer pool is about 75 right now. There's no skill needed to become a CERT volunteer. You come to the class, you get what you like, and what happens is people tend to gravitate towards the area of the training that they particularly care for. However, we like to work towards people's strengths. If you are a nurse or an EMT or a retired paramedic or doctor, which we had a few of those in our group, they will tend to obviously go towards the medical because that's what they're used to. We have a couple of people that do administrative stuff, and they do our admin, volunteer in the admin portion of the program. We have one woman who her background is in catering, and she happens to be our logistics person because that's what they're used to doing. So people gravitate towards what they want to do, but it's completely open to them when they first come in, and they can go to where their strengths are needed. We conduct CERT training twice a year. We have a spring class and a fall class. The training is 24 hours, and we have medical operations, which is some first aid and a little bit of triage. We have fire operations, which is learning how to use a fire extinguisher, what size fire a fire extinguisher can put out. We have rescue operations, which talks about what you can do during a building collapse and how you can find people. And we also have some team building and some team organization training that goes along with this. We do that within 2 weekends, a Friday, Saturday, and then we do a drill on the last Saturday to put all the skills together, which it actually becomes fun.
I'd say I took the class last year in the October class, and shortly afterwards we had the freeway fires, which I was called out to help. It's a nice feeling to be able to help and know that what I do makes a difference for behind the scenes for a lot of people. I like a behind the scenes deal. And as an administrative person, that works well. There's other positions that have more interactions with people. That's good for those types of groups. But this suits my personality, my purpose, what I like to do best. So they found what works for me and gave it to me, and it's been a good fit so far.
Well, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm part of the disaster coordinators for La Palma Intercommunity Hospital. I was thinking, what I can contribute to the team. I like the hands-on portion. Yes, I like the hands-on portion of the program. I've enjoyed it. And then the people that around here are very friendly and encouraging and answers questions if you have any.
I describe the program as being very, very helpful in preparing for the community, but also just preparing for yourself. And I would definitely recommend the program, because why wouldn't you want to help yourself in a situation like that? I mean, not doing the program is putting yourself at risk.
CERT is an invaluable tool. If we have any significant disaster, that big earthquake that they're all saying is going to come, it may be 3 to 5 days before emergency responders can get to you. So you need to be self-sufficient. So if you have a group in your neighborhood that's been CERT trained, they're an asset to that whole neighborhood.
Be prepared. Get hands-on training in emergency response procedures and learn about the following: team building and organization, disaster preparedness, search and rescue, fire prevention and suppression, medical operations and first aid, terrorism awareness, critical incident stress, and more. Held at the Joint Forces Training Base in Los Alamitos, returning veterans are always welcome. For more information about West Orange County Regional CERT, check www.westcountycert.com or contact Aaron France, West Orange County Regional CERT Coordinator for Buena Park. Join this spring's 2010 CERT training class this April and May at the Los Alamitos Joint Forces Training Base in the city of Los Alamitos. Friday, April 30th from 6 to 10 p.m. and Saturday, May 1st from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, May 7th, 6 to 10 p.m., Saturday, May 8th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.